Welcome to the Everyday Leader podcast, where conversations inspire action, growth, and impact. Hosted by two passionate leaders, Shannon and Conrad, this podcast is for those who strive to lead with purpose and integrity in their life. Whether you're navigating big decisions, seeking balance, or dreaming of creating change, we're here to help explore the tools, stories, and insights that help everyday leaders thrive. Join us each episode as we dive into the art of leadership at work, at home, and in the world. Because leadership isn't a title, it's a way of being.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to Everyday Leader podcast. Shannon here with Conrad, and noticing that we are, recently ended a quarter, January, February, March. Conrad, I am curious to hear a little bit about some of the structures, tools that you use for yourself or with clients as a quarter comes to a close and a new one, we enter into a new one.
Yes. First thing that comes to mind is, as a quarter ends, is to, assuming this is an assumption, to have set yearly goals and quarterly goals.
Mm-hmm.
If that is the case, that at the end of the quarter, you're going to review, reflect, and refresh. So the three R's: review, reflect, and refresh as needed. So maybe there's a goal in the organization to increase their client retention by a percentage. So you would look at that goal, you would reflect on it, like what went well, what needs to change, what are we celebrating, what did we learn? And then refresh is like, is that a goal that needs to move into the next quarter, or are we complete with that now? So that's one structure I use in a business context. Is the three R's: is review, reflect, refresh.
Nice. I like that. I especially like the refresh part because I think that it's that opportunity, right, to discern if it's still something that you're tracking, still something that's aligned or in service of whatever you're up to.
Yeah, and it's after the reflection part, because there is learning. The culture may have changed, the market conditions may have changed, the leadership team, the customers, things have changed over those 90 days, and it's time to reflect, then take that reflection and blend it into the refresh. It's like, okay, I'm here looking out the next 90 days into Q2, quarter two, what needs to happen with this, if anything.
Yeah. What do you know to be I'm just thinking about for myself really, but also for those out there that have tried something like this before and it kind of like falls off, like the intention is there to do the review, to do the reflection, to do the refreshing, and it just sometimes it gets skipped, and then you skip it and then you skip it again, and then you skip it and you skip it again. And so I'm just curious what helps people stay committed to a structure like this. What makes it, successful?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And language is important, repetition or touchstones, touching, at least having those written and touching them weekly, monthly, quarterly, and also bite size and accessible. Often I see, especially in the business context, is like, oh, we want to expand our customer impact from this level to this level. And it's like exponential. Okay, that may be a yearly goal or a 3-year goal. The thing that helps it stay sticky and present is to make it doable and accessible is another thing. What about you though? I mean, this is a behavioral piece, and I too sometimes is like, oh yeah, I had that goal.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing I also know about folks in our world is not to shame yourself, but to say, I had that goal. I just remembered it. Is it still important? If it is, I can still pick it up today and carry it forward versus going into the, oh, I had that goal. I'm a not a good goalkeeper, or even harsher words than that. I am a bad person
Mhm.
because I forgot about this.
Yeah.
So don't do that for sure.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think one thing, well, you said some of it already, but the bottom line is that if there's stuff that is, I don't know, if there's stuff that's not getting done, that is also information. So
Right.
it's I think, our tendency when we sit down, or for the tendency to sit down to set goals, um, is it's very easy to overcommit, or and not necessarily because we're overambitious. I mean, there's lots of reasons that happens, but one of the reasons is because we're not in the future yet, right?
Right.
So we're
Yeah.
in the present, and so in that present moment, we're thinking about what's important, and we're, probably excited. If you've created time to set goals, that means that, you're probably really resonating with whatever it is that you're, whatever, hopefully you're resonating with the goals you're setting.
Right.
And that can be exciting. And so I always think what's interesting anytime you do any kind of check-in, whether it be for goals, quarterly goals, or to even just be on, homework or other, even like week to week commitments, is to notice the things that didn't happen or the things you forgot about, because that's information. That's information of like, hey, oh gosh, I thought that this thing that in January I was really excited about, I've completely forgotten about that. That did not rise to the top. Okay, that's really good information. Now
Yes.
what? What do you want to do?
I love this. It's all information, and this just into another way to keep it alive. The it meaning the goal or whatever you call them. Some people will call them rocks, intentions. There's lots of names for it. Be in relationship, be in partnership, have an accountability partner. I know you and I partner in many different ways in the work we do in the world. And if I speak something to you like, hey, Shannon, I have this thing, and I don't explicitly say this to you, but then it'll be a month later and you'll say, hey, Conrad, how's that thing going that you talked about?
Yeah.
And and it's like, oh, going back to your point about, oh, it's information. I'm like, oh, Shannon, I haven't even thought about that. Or, oh, actually, it's going really good. Here's where I am with it. So be in relationship, be in partnership is another way to keep these alive.
Yeah, yeah. And I also want to emphasize what you said earlier around um have some consistency, make the time and the space for it so that you can actually like sit down and you remember to sit down and look at your goals and to
Yeah.
not avoid it. Right? I think if you keep in mind that everything is information, and to not do it alone, right? To do it with somebody else, that hopefully that will really help sustain this as a practice in a meaningful
Absolutely.
way. Yeah.
Yep. Very good. May you, as the end of goal season, whether that's the quarter or the month or the week or the year, wherever you are in the world, know that you can start today. Know that you're enough. Know that you can always review, refre- uh, reflect. You see, you can get it wrong just like I'm doing.
It's
You
all
can
right.
review, you can reflect, and you can refresh at any moment.
Oh, thanks so much for that, Conrad. Until next time.
Be well.